What's going on, everyone? Bran here, about to give you the bloody breakdown on a lot, and I do mean a lot, of Scream 6 casting news. So first and foremost, you'll have to excuse the slight absence from the channel. Sometimes there's dry spells combined with a lot going on in your personal life, so yeah, there's that. Now, kind of getting into the news of the day, of the last couple of days actually, because I've actually had people ask, hey, why aren't you making a video talking about the casting news for Scream 6? And honestly, it kind of worked out, because I kind of figured if I gave it another day or two, we'd probably hear some more casting news. We're now less than a month away from this movie actually going into production as far as like filming. So, you're gonna start hearing these things. So I want to go ahead and let everyone know, if you're here to talk about any of the rumors as far as casting for Scream 6 goes, this isn't the video for you. I'm only going to be talking about what has been absolutely confirmed at this point. So, as we all know, going back a few months ago, we found out that Courtney Cox was going to be coming back for this when the first cast member announced. There's been a lot of rumors, and maybe even more than rumors, kind of implicating that this may in fact be more of a Gale Weathers-centered Scream film than necessarily a Sydney, or maybe even Sam, honestly. Which I do doubt. I do kind of have the assumption still, given some of the cast information I'm about to go over, that the story is still going to be very heavily involved with the Carpenter sisters, most definitely. Now, like I said, we've known about Courtney Cox, but here most recently, we did find out in just one fell swoop that all four of the new characters that survived the events of Scream 2022, those cast members would be returning. So of course, your Jasmine Savoy Brown, your Jenna Ortega, your Melissa Barrera, all coming back, along with the actor who portrayed Chad. I don't know why his name evades me at the moment, or eludes me rather. Holy shit, I'm trying, folks. Maybe I gotta knock off the cobwebs here, knock off the the rust. Haven't made a video in a while. Anyway, jumping right back in. So we knew those four, the surviving siblings, that I've heard everyone tossing around that term, would be coming back. And I'll be honest with you, for a moment there, I was kind of concerned that might not be the case. Considering we heard about Gale first, or Courtney first, and that it may be a Gale-centered Scream film, I kind of began to have fears that the new cast members that survived the events of Scream 2022, Scream 5, whatever you want to say, wouldn't be coming back, and this would be a different story. And I gotta say, I was a little, I just don't want to start over again. We've got invested in these new characters, and I was really hoping, which apparently this is the case, is that we would follow those characters. And now that we know it's going to be more of a college setting, kind of giving it a Scream 2 vibe, which I'm loving, it's kind of giving me the what I hoped we would get from the beginning, which is this is a new Scream trilogy. Fingers crossed things go financially and critically well for this film, but we're still, like I said, a ways away from that. So we found out those core four, the new core four, I guess we'll say, are returning. We knew that Courtney Cox would be returning, but literally just prior to hitting the record button on this video, which is the reason I'm saying that I'm glad I waited, just to talk about all of this at once, give this whole big lump of information as far as casting goes. There was a big announcement here that, and this really is probably the biggest casting announcement thus far, I think, without a doubt, is that Hayden Panettiere will be returning to the Scream franchise to play the role, of course, of Kirby Reed. Now, if you follow my Twitter, or if you even follow the community tab here on my YouTube channel, you'll notice that recently, within the last couple of weeks, I shared that Hayden had an agent again. So she was obviously going to be acting again. And I did post that I thought it was very interesting timing. But of course, nothing concrete. Now we do have concrete 100%. She's returning for this film. And I know that's going to make a lot of people very happy. There are a lot of big Kirby fans, especially over Twitter, that I've noticed. And I'm excited about it too, honestly. I think, one of the things that I criticized Scream 4 in the past, until we got those Kirby Easter eggs last year, was that none of the new characters other than Judy survived the film. And I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity to bring along some of the new characters that we really liked. And so it was good to see those Easter eggs to kind of, give us the fact that, look, in-universe Kirby's still here. And now the character's returning for Scream 6, which is, I guess, currently being called Blackmore, I believe, is the working title for this movie. So there you go. Huge news there. And I guess you got to talk about Neve Campbell, right? So here's the thing. What do we know right now? Well, it would appear that Neve is doing what a lot of actors do, which is, they're kind of teasing some things. They're maybe not going to come out and say some things they don't want to be absolutely said until there's an announcement made. But she's basically saying that she doesn't know if she's in this film, and that she can't really get into anything other than that. So to me, and a lot of other people who have been looking at these things, keeping a close eye on what Neve's going to do for this movie, because, new characters, passing the torch or not, is a Scream film really a Scream film without Sidney? I'd contest that maybe it's not a complete whole Scream film. Which, these are things that I guess maybe one day we're going to have to take into account, but hopefully not now. And I don't think that's the case. I think that any day now, you'll probably hear that Neve Campbell has joined the cast and is going to be a part of Scream 6. It's like I said, especially with filming going down, it's going to be starting in less than a month now. So yeah, that's all the big casting news that I have for you all. So what do you all think about all this huge Scream 6 casting news? Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments down below in the comments section. While you're there, leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe, maybe even turn on notifications if you haven't done so already, if you dig what we're doing here at Bloody Breakdown. And check the description section. There's a couple of links there. One to support the channel, if that's something you're interested in doing, and another to follow me on Twitter. I wouldn't advise it, but, that's on you. So, with that said, I'm Bran, and you've just got the Bloody Breakdown on Scream 6 casting.